close enough. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Revv Time. Today I'm talking about one of my favorite guitar players, Mr. Steve Lukather. I just love this solo. It's on the song Rosanna. It caught my ear immediately. There's not too many guitar players I know that haven't not only learned that solo, but also completely ripped off that solo, and yours truly included. Here's the thing, because I think you guys are going to be hip to this. Okay, this is definitely one of my favorite Steve Lukather solos from Toto. Here's one of my favorite, I'm not going to play it, but here's one of my favorite solos from Steve, and that's from a band called The Tubes, Talk to You Later. Now, what I want to know in the comments below is there are other solos that Steve has done that are not Toto solos. Let me know in the comments below, because I think you guys are hip to this, and I would love to hear from you in the comments. What are the other solos that are not Toto solos, but Steve did them and they were killer? Let's get back to the Lukather solo. I'm not necessarily, it's not about like teaching you guys a solo. There's plenty of guys that have already done it. Tim Pierce actually did an amazing video that teaches you the solo, talks about the solo. For me, it's more just what I learned from the solo. So obviously the tone is killer. There's not a ton of gain. If you look it up, you can actually find the tracks soloed. There's not a ton of gain on the solo. I think he was using a Les Paul. But just the opening, what hooked me was his pocket, and the fact that he, instead of just going, he actually, did all of that articulation, that kind of triplety, pocketed articulation. Because, that was the thing with Steve too, and still is the thing with Steve, is he's got an insane pocket. So that got me right away. Also the vibrato. He's got a slower vibrato than me. I tend to want to shake the notes faster. I would do that. Steve's vibrato, at least on that solo, is slower. That hooked me. It's like I had to figure that out. And then, the rest of the phrasing was beautiful. I think a lot of that may have come from Mr. Jay Graydon, who's another insane guitar player. Also, if you listen to the outtakes of this song, I think that was more improv. I don't know if Steve, Mr. Lukather, I don't know if he composed the middle solo. It's so good, it sounds like it may have been composed. But at the same time, the way he played it was so fiery. I don't know. Yeah, he's that good, whether he composed it or not. It's just an insane solo. And of course, the section that everybody wanted to learn was the... I'm not playing it right. I can tell you right now. As far as I'm playing the notes, I think correct, but the way I'm actually using my fingers, the patterns that I'm playing were probably different than the way Steve did it. So the way I'm doing it is... The way I think Steve did it is different, because like I did it the way I did it because it falls under my fingers better. But the way Steve did it, instead of doing this movement, he did this. So, I think that's the way Steve did it. The way I do it is... They're both the same. And the only reason I'm showing you that is to show you what I stole from learning this solo, and it was that exact movement. The second I got that kind of under my fingers, I just do it the other direction. Instead of going this way, I go this way. So you can hear that whole time I was employing this. Now, could you do it this way? You could. It's kind of a thing where if I were to just do that, I would want to go back the other way, which is killer. But the fact that I did this, it put me in this within that kind of like pentatonic sphere. You know, for me, a lot of what I do is just what falls naturally under my fingers. So if I do this, I just want to do that, which is fine. But if I do this, I don't want to go back there necessarily. My inclination was to go. So that's, I mean, I've learned, you know, and I use just from that little section of the Steve Lukather solo, I've you know, created a vocabulary that's somewhat my own. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of other cats that have done it, but it allowed me or helped me develop a new vocabulary. And I guess that's the point I'm making is yes, learn the solo by all means, learn it note for note by all means, but the key is to figure out how to manipulate what you've learned into something that's your own. So, yes, please let me know which Lukather solos are not part of like a Toto record are your favorite solos. There's definitely, like I said, the Tubes, Talk to You Later. There's some others. Let me know. So, as always, thank you so much for watching these videos. And yeah, we'll see you next time.